So yes, I am very delighted to have you on the Tenzin show, and thank you so much for asking that question about how I feel during the pandemic and how this lockdown has been treating me. Yes, so I was talking about your accomplishments. How do you feel about all these, trial and errors? You've had your own trial and error. You've had your own success stories. How has it been for you overall in this fashion industry, and also as an entrepreneur?
I wouldn't say it's an accomplishment because I still have a lot to do in my career now. And
Cool.
it's been almost 9 years, and it was not a very easy journey. But, Tenzin, if your passion becomes your profession, I think the whole universe starts manifesting for you. So my manifestations were as such that I was so inclined towards fashion since I was a child. Since I was in my school, college, I started my career with Shamak Davar. I was
Mm-hmm.
learning dance from him. Then I opened up my own dance studio in Delhi, and I don't know how my journey just clicked, and everybody started knowing me as this runway director who's choreographing shows and stuff like that. But the journey so far has been really great, and yeah.
So where does your passion for fashion choreography, where does it spring from? Where do you get it?
So, I was always really inclined towards fashion, and you know, so when I was doing my hotel management in Agra after my school, and it was one of the best courses that the country had to offer, and there were almost 70 people who were selected, and I was posted for my coaching in the Trident Agra, and
Mm-hmm.
after 6 to 8 months, I just called up my dad one day and I told him, this is not something that my heart wants. So my dad told me, Jagnoor, do whatever. If your heart wants to, do something else in life, come back, give your resignation. It gave me so much of courage at that time. I signed off my resignation, came back to Delhi, opened up my own dance studio, and one fine day, somebody asked me that, are you into fashion choreographies also? So I said, yes, I love fashion and I can choreograph a lot of amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
And I started off choreographing for colleges, schools, and a lot of other things. So since then, there has been no looking back. I started from very small shows, and from very small shows, I've trained contestants for Miss India's also, Mr. India's also, for that a matter of fact, Miss India Earths and Miss Worlds also. So since then, there's been no looking back, but that's all because maybe I had a very good luck, or yeah.
I think what you mentioned is very true about you asking the universe for it and the universe manifests this for you. You know, it kind of helps you in all directions to support you, support your dreams, and your intent has to be really crystal clear. And I believe what you just said is very true because I think you believe in the secret of attraction, law of attraction, do you?
Absolutely, I do believe in it. I'm really into spirituality, and I believe whatever you sow, you reap. So I've just been doing all the positive work that I can do in my life, and I've just been waiting for all positive returns because Tenzin, I feel that if you are good, your intentions are good towards your work, the universe is going to manifest it for you, and it's going to return it back to you in a lot of folds that you can't imagine. And the way the universe returns you back, sometimes you don't even realize it, that it's the return that's coming back to you. But then
Cool.
later on, when things happen in your life, you actually understand that it's the way the universe has returned something that I really deserved in my life. So yes, that ways I've been really thankful to God, the Almighty, who's always been protecting me around.
Sure. Sure. Now, tell us a little bit about your childhood. Who was the young boy Jagnoor? Because I think a lot of people in the glitzy glamour world fail to notice that you're a human first. You just see that glamorous face, the prosthetic you, and they miss out that you were once a young boy with a young dream, which was accomplished now, I believe so. So, growing up as a young boy, as a child, did you always want to pursue this career in the niche that you're a part of?
Tenzin, the voice has again gone down. It has again gone down.
Okay. Okay, I guess I have to just stick it here. So, my question to you is: so, growing up as a child, did you always want to pursue this career in the news that you are part of today? Because I think a lot of people, when you look at them, from the viewpoint of the glamour glitzy world, you just look at the facade of you being that glamorous person that people count. Who is the real you, and who are you as
Who
a child?
is? Who
Who is
is?
the who is the real you?
Yeah.
And who were you as a young boy, as a young Jagnoor?
So that's a very interesting question. So when I was a young boy, I was actually I'm pretty much the same, and that's another thing I would tell you that when I was young, I always had this dreams of yes, but as a young boy, I always wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a model, but by the time I grew up, I realized I'm a person who is good behind the cameras. So
Okay,
initially after my school, so when I was in my school, I myself participated in a model hunt. It was a beauty pageant for teenagers, and I was a Sardar at that time. I was a Sikh. So I used to
okay,
wear that turban, and I was very underconfident, thinking that I think I'm at the wrong place, doing the wrong things. But once I participated in the pageant, I actually bagged the position of the first runners up. So since
okay,
then, I got a lot of courage. But then, there's something in your heart that tells you that what is the forte, what is the absolute genre that you're perfect at. So I think I realized it at a very early age, and I thought that I'm a person who's supposed to be behind the cameras and always doing good. So yeah, so I always prefer to be behind the cameras, choreograph, make it a visual delight for all my audiences instead of portraying myself as a visual delight. I portray a lot of good looking boys and girls as a visual delight to a lot of
mm-hmm.
mass audiences. So now that's become my passion, that make people enjoy what their eyes see in fashion shows. So when I've grown up, yes, but when we talk about the fashion industry, there are a lot of people you know there's a dark side to the fashion industry, but in those tough times also you have to have that optimism in you, the positivity in you, because I see a lot. And after Sushant Singh's
Yes,
this thing that we all saw, and this whole big discussion about nepotism going on. So I really want that all the young people, all talented people who really want to come into the industry, they get a nice, fair, good chance, so that they all have an opportunity to showcase their talents. So yeah, that is what have been my goal in life lately as the real Jagnoor. So
okay,
yeah.
interesting. Now, talking about the camera, you said you hate the flickers and flashes, right? You love being behind the camera. Now, as a person, as a face in the show business, does the paparazzi bug you or bother you? At some point, you say, "Oh my God, no, I'm done with all this now. I don't want to do this anymore." Do you ever think of that?
No, I think I'm really enjoying my work, and I don't think I'm over any of my work, because, in fact, it just got out of my head that were supposed to go live today, because I don't know, something in my head was telling me that the live is on Sunday, and then I just suddenly realized, oh, it was today, and I just couldn't get ready. I was in the middle of my work in my office, and trust me, I'm on my working table right now talking to you. So I don't think I'm ever gonna get over this hangover of fashion and cameras, because I think
Mm,
that's my life now, and that's
sure.
my bread and butter now. So in fact, tomorrow also we are shooting for Ritu Kumar, designer Ritu Kumar, and ace designer Reena Dhaka ji. So tomorrow we are shooting Independence Day campaign for them, and I'll share the pictures with you, of course. So
Sure,
it's a very
definitely.
nice campaign that we are planning to shoot tomorrow, and I definitely share the pictures with you.
Sure, definitely. I'm looking forward to those, okay? Now, when we talk about models, when we talk about fashion, okay? Now, you've been in this industry for quite some time now. You've, come across some really beautiful models, some not so much so. So, what do you think when you talk about model? What is your perception of image? Because a lot of young girls and young boys, they have a dimension of just a good-looking person, but actually, it's much more than that. It's about how confident you are, how true you are, how authentic you are, right? So what is your dimension of how a model can be, not should be, of course. I don't want to be dogmatic, but how the model can be to, sort of make a mark for themselves in the industry.
Yeah. So, basically, when we talk about freshers, Tenzin, so, most of the people today, the idea of modeling that they have today in today's life is, just getting some good makeup on their
Yeah,
faces and getting clicked by a photographer. But, this is what I try to explain try to explain all the upcoming and new models that, just getting a nice makeup done and getting yourself clicked and looking pretty is not modeling. There's a
true.
lot more to it. If you want to be a model, for example, if you want to be a doctor, you complete your high school, you do your graduation in MBBS for 5 years, and then you probably intern with a senior doctor. Then you open your small clinic, and by the time you're in your mid 40s, you can be one of your specialists in a good big hospital. Similarly, is the case with a model. If you want to be a model, you have to look after yourself. So you don't have to do MBBS or you don't have to struggle a lot. But you have to take care of yourself. The way you groom, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you present yourself. वो हिंदी में there's this proverb जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So how you
Yeah,
portray yourself is how you sell yourself. So you have to look good. Your basic etiquettes, your communication skills, your diction, your styling sense, what do you wear publicly, all of that really, really, really matters. And I think if anybody who wants to try into modeling, this is one thing that one should really understand, that modeling is not just a piece of cake, and you
yeah,
really, really, really need to groom yourselves. And it's not just about looking good. And most of the time these boys and sometimes girls also, they have this misconception that we really need to have a great body to be a great
mm,
model. But
no,
the latest style and the latest requirement that a model or a designer, or that a designer basically needs, or a choreographer or a stylist basically needs, is a slim body. We don't want those pumped up muscles which ideally people in our country think is modeling. Most of
mm,
them who want to enter modeling think that having a pumped bicep or having a gym toned body is the way to be a model. But I think that's a misconception that many people have. And they should be really clear about it, that when somebody is looking for a model, it's not just the body, it's about your style, it's about your attitude, it's about how optimistic you are, and it's also about how disciplined you are. For example, if we have a shoot and a model who's coming at 10 o'clock at a call time of 9 has wasted an hour. So, you have to be really disciplined. Your behavior should be absolutely on point. So, these are all the things that people these days have been looking in a model. And anybody who is fulfilling all these qualities and is a complete package, I think can be labeled as a model.
true. Now, do you think the paradigm of beauty, the paradigm of looking good is changing and shifting? Because now we see a good positive wave of change. Plus size models are gaining a lot of, hands-on experience. They're getting a lot of appreciation for their work, right? And also considering the difference of color, women of all shapes and sizes, men of all shapes and sizes have different colors and now, walking the stage empire with their own sort of own beauty, right? So do you think that is changing now?
Tenzin, when we're talking about plus size models, I have choreographed a lot of different shows. I've choreographed plus size models also. I have choreographed fashion shows where where we have all the models who are trans. And
Mm-hmm.
there have been different concepts, but but majorly what a designer needs, I don't think you can differentiate a model on the basis of their color, or differentiating them on basis of color is different. But if you talk about body size, yes, there are a lot of designers and the fashion industry is evolving. There's a revolution which is coming, and there are a lot of new designs for plus size models. And
True.
I think yes, it is changing, but yes, the main demand that we need for models is still leaner side, and people, and the weaker side and skinny side.
Yeah, I
But the
know.
plus size, yes, but the plus size model demand is still there, and yes, it's changing. But the main requirements is what I just told you previously.
Yeah, because I think as what you mentioned, the way you look is the way sort of market yourself and you sell, right?
Absolutely.
Your
So
image.
with this plus size model thing, I remember, on in Lakme Fashion Week last season, it was a beautiful show by designer Reena Dhaka. So she portrayed a very nice, amazing. So having a plus size fashion show at Lakme Fashion Week is like a really amazing thing. All plus size models donning the ramp with all those stylish clothes. It's like really fantabulous. But
Yes,
yes, but that was just one of the shows out of
that's pretty sad. Yeah.
around 30, 40 shows.
Hmm. Yes. But I'm
Yeah.
very happy and I appreciate that you're so honest about it because I think a lot of people are like, no, this is not true. The plus size women are getting similar opportunities, but I like it how you are honest. So I think that's very important. Now, what would
So
be
during the
your
whole conversation, Tenzin, this is the first time your voice was absolutely clear. I don't know what did you do, but it was absolutely clear. I could hear you crystal clear.
fantastic? I think that sort of made my day because I had no luck with my voice until now, but which is good now. I think the stars turn to our favor right now, so it's good for us. Now, I know that the Indian School of Modeling and Fashion is a primary platform for young and aspiring models and people who really trying to do something with the fashion beauty industry. Could you enlighten our audiences a little bit more about ISMF so that they know more about what you offer?
So, Tenzin, ISMF is like my baby. It's my company, and it's called Indian School of Modeling and Fashion. And it's a first kind of a school in Delhi that we are offering modeling crash courses for people who want to aspire or who want to become models and stuff like that. So it's acting and modeling both, and we have some really amazing faculties who are coming in from Mumbai, and who are coming in from Mumbai, and they're teaching people in Delhi. So, we have a lot of supermodels like Sonalika Sahai who are coming for RAM training. When it's camera facing, we have Priyank Sharma who's flying in from Mumbai. And, then we have this supermodel who's an actor now in Bollywood, Vikas Verma. So they are all people coming in, taking absolutely one-on-one sessions with people who aspire to be models, who want to make it a mark, and who want to get the correct platform. So we started with the school now, but now we also have an agency, and by God's grace, the agency is doing really, really nice. And we've been, placing and recruiting models pan India for different designers, for different brands, for ad campaigns, for print commercials, for reality shows. So the good thing about being a part of our institute is that if you join our institute, our placements are really nice. Though we don't guarantee 100% placement, because I think anybody who's telling you that we are going to place you 100% in this field of showbiz is absolutely fake, because sometimes it's your destiny,
Hmm.
also sometimes it's your luck also. So we as a company, our motive is only to connect the right people with the right people, make them audition for it, push them a little bit, and giving them the right opportunities and platform. But at the end of the day, there's always a little destiny also. There's a little luck also when it comes to do something in life. So yeah, but this is all about ISMF, and the shoot that we are having tomorrow is an ISMF shoot only. So all the models who are shooting tomorrow are all students who had enrolled from our previous batch, and they'll be shooting for Veena Dhaka and Ritu Kumar.
Cool. Now, you must have really sort of given that push and exhilaration to a lot of models and young faces, right? Is this a very mentally rewarding job when you see other people succeed and you were the reason why maybe you mentored them and you groomed them and helped them somewhere? Does it give you an emotional feeling of happiness and reward?
Yes, of course. So I told you when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I wanted to, of course, be in front of the camera, And so, I always had that dream to be something. But now I think, replacing myself on the other side, being behind the camera and giving people a platform to work gives me more satisfaction in life. Because from the past 9 years, I'm sitting at the same place, but people who've been coming to this office have been placed in different places and at very good places and renowned places. So that makes my chest swell with pride, and I feel really proud about it. That I could do a little bit from my side also. That that could make somebody's career, or that could make a difference in somebody's life. So that is what has been my main aim from the past few years now. That making people meet their dreams, making them fly towards their dreams, and when they are able to accomplish them, it makes me really feel pride, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction in life that yes, I have been doing something in life, and doing something good for people in life. Again, like I told you, if I do good, if I have a good intention, if I help people in getting something in life, it is what gives me a sense of satisfaction. So yes, that is what I've been doing from the past few years, and I think it's really great.
It is satiating, isn't it?
Sorry?
It is very satiating, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, we've had, guests on the Tenzin show, and all of them have had their own definition of success. What is success in your perspective, from your
Tenzin,
viewpoint?
Tenzin.
Okay, hold on. What is success in your viewpoint? Because all the guests that we've had on the Tenzin show have had their own definition of success. What do you think is success in your perspective, and what are its principles?
What is?
Success. Can you hear
Okay,
me
what
now?
is
Am I audible?
success? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for
Now I
you,
can
in
hear.
your perspective.
Um, that's a very so one of my very close friends, Alicia, has joined in. So hi, Alicia. So success. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. So I think everybody has a different definition for success, Tenzin. For somebody, success is earning a lot of money. For somebody, seeing their family's success, and for somebody, doing their social obligations, or fulfilling what they wanted to do in their lives is success. For me,
Mm-hmm.
success has actually been, so what actually we've been talking about is the same thing. And success for me is actually being or it's been able, that I've been able to make a difference in a lot of people's life. And I think when I get a blessing from their side, for making a difference in their life, or making them realize what is their worth in life, makes me feel proud and successful in a way. So I don't think success can be measured, financially or monetarily. But I think success is the contentment in your heart, and the satisfaction that you get in life if your intention of doing work is really positive. So if you're working selflessly for people, and your intention is always great for people, and there's always optimism in your life, and then the sense of satisfaction that you get is, I think, absolutely the fruit which is what you call success.
True, true. Because I think mentally, if you are happy, if you are satiated, if you're content, then you have more zoosh and energy to sort of put in your 100% in every work you do, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the way to be. And I think that's absolutely right. So if people appreciate your work, if people look forward for your work, I think that's the enthusiasm, that's the push, that's the kick that you need in your life. And I think I've always been wanting that in my life, and I have always been getting that, of course. So yes, and I think being able to talk to you today on a live, and coming across and telling my viewpoint to my viewers even though they're not a lot, but making it reach to as many people as I can is success for me.
Cool,
So
cool.
thank you for the live Tenzing. So
Thank you
there's
so
this
very much.
one thing. So there is this one thing that I have, I always appreciate, and I tell people that the trait that they should have in them is one word, is it's called gratitude. So once you have gratitude in your life absolutely changes. We should always be grateful for everything that has happened in our lives, and be happy about it.
Sure. So thank you very much, Jagnoor. And I think even though there are not many people, I think it's a lot because even if you impact and influence one single person's mind, it is enough because you're still impacting somebody's life, right? So it's very important to. I generally don't focus on the numbers, but I really appreciate your presence today. Thank you so much for being on my show, and it was very fun, insightful, and I think I've resonated so much with what you had to say. You were so powerful with your words. Some really true, important words of wisdom from you. Thank you so much, Jigmo. Thank you.
Thank you, Tenzin. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I have to call you back. And I have been very dumb. I had to call you back, and I am absolutely calling you back after this live session. And thank you so much for having me once again. You have been a delight to talk to, and you look very gorgeous today evening.
Thank you. You're kind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye, Jigmo.
All
See
right,
you.
Tenzin. See you. Bye bye.